EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Monterey Peninsula and Pebble Beach, live second-round coverage of the TIBURON Championship. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. And the golfer we'll be watching, definitely in contention, just 3 shots off the lead. That one looking good. It's in the fairway here to start round 2. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
114 to the hole, pin in the right front.
I'm not quite sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
This is a 16-footer. I'd call that so-so. I think you'd hope to get that a little closer. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll remain at 4 under. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. From the fairway, let's go to Nota.
When you find yourself in the fairway on the second at Pebble, you have a great opportunity to take advantage of one of the easiest holes on the course.
That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
So after 2 good shots to get here, this a long look for a possible eagle. Now this for birdie.
He does have a bit of an incline to navigate, but other than that, this shouldn't move much at all.
That one just going to sneak on by. That finished off for par here at the second, and he'll remain right where he is. Third hole, Frank, this is a fun little par four. Not too long, but the emphasis here is on putting the ball in the right spot, isn't it?
It certainly is. You have to know how far you carry it, because if you take a line at that sort of third bunker there on the right side, on a direct line at the left edge of that, it's about 250 yards to get to the sort of start of the fairway. From there, you're only have 100 yards in, so just find your point, your aiming point.
It seemed like the smart play was to go with the 3-wood, hoping for a little more accuracy, but instead, this is going to be in the bunker. Well, I know I'm paid to talk, but there's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot. Well read. That's in for a bogey 5. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right. Because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you could try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. That's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker. Now, going to have to try and get this out and let it run. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. 8-foot putt here. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he'll move to 4 under. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. Look here at birdie.
And players of this caliber should make this on a regular basis pretty flat with just a slight movement to the left.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. Frank, here we are, another good scoring opportunity, the dramatic par 5 6th.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right, but that, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Definitely within range of getting home in 2. This, his second. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there, and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. So after reaching the green in 2, this will take a full swing with a putter, but it is for eagle. Yes, that was tracking the whole way. What a putt that was. It's down for an eagle. Well, this is the one you dreamed about, isn't it? Just a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that tiny green here at the 7th. You and your maker, there's nothing better in the world than to be playing the 7th hole and playing it well here at Pebble Beach. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Your swing didn't quite look right on that one.
So a wayward tee shot and down to Noda.
The tee shot at the 7th can be both beauty and beast. Beauty if you find yourself on the green, putting for birdie, and beast if you find yourself in one of these bunkers trying to make par.
And that will work its way just off the green and set up a shot from the fringe. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And he's going to fall to 3 shots off the lead. Frank, as you know, of all the sports played on land, golf's the one with the best views. This is as good as it gets, but you need to focus now on what's ahead of you. This 8th hole is a real challenge, isn't it?
It certainly is. The temptation is to pull the camera out, but really it's about what club you're going to pull off this tee. There's 2 runouts on the right side, about 250 yards, left side about 270, and really that white rock is a great indicator of the line.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Aggressive off the tee, ball lucky not to run out of fairway and into the ocean, but now sitting in an ideal spot with access to the green.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll stay at 5 under. We finished the front side with what is often considered the most difficult hole at Pebble Beach. 483-yard par 490. Ocean all down the right and bunkers and deep rough on the left. No room for error here. Yeah, that's a beautiful tee shot. Now watch this go. Oh, it's going to trundle right on down the slope. second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Just a flick left. 123 is the number. Pin front left so he can take dead aim.
Good chance at one.
A little short, a little left, but inside 10 feet, so even I can't really criticize that.
This a shade better than 50% on the make percentage. It's for birdie. Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that finishes off a strong front 9. It's a 33, 2 under par. Start of the inward half and another big and bold par 4, Frank, with the ocean yet again running the entire length of that right side.
Yeah, you call it the ocean, I call it the world's largest water hazard, but looking in on the other side of the fairway and you'll see those 3 bunkers. Needless to say, they have to be avoided. But you do actually have to hit your tee shot just inside those because, once again, you've got a fairway that tilts left to right.
This one starting a little bit left. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Second shot, good look at the green.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good and even money, really, to make birdie.
Oh, missed it right. Just didn't have the right line. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll stay a couple of shots off the lead. Now we come to the 11th hole, and now the golf course heads up and inland, away from the water. Only 370 yards, best to be on the left side of the fairway. That will then open up the approach into what is one of the smaller greens here at Pebble Beach. As picturesque as they come, that is right down the middle. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. A birdie putt here at the 11th.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Nope, that didn't quite turn as much as he'd hoped.
Well, like the old saying goes, never up, never in, and that definitely applies here.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he's going to stay 2 back. First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12th, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that is that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
That one was running so hot. With all the elements of his game have been in sync today, a terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll remain at 6 under par. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards, a par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now note his second from the fairway.
Looking at 111 yards to the front, 119 to the hole. Player has to contend with this left to right breeze. That was the gap wedge, coming in just a bit too far right, not how he drew it up.
Oh, there it is, folks. That is going to likely be the shot of the day from distance. Just excellent contact off that club, off that lie, just improbable. And I mean, it had a magnet on it right into the bottom of the cup. What a shot. We arrive now at the 582-yard par 5 14th. It is one of the hardest holes on the PGA Tour, year in, year out. This is a bear.
Oh, what a feel. Eagle on the previous hole, just swinging easy and just stripes another one. You playing with house money?
Frank, a chance here to get home in two, a chance maybe to do what Gary Woodland did on his way to winning the 2019 U.S. Open.
Yeah, Gary hit a great 3-wood, but I don't even think he was trying to hit that on the green. Look at that big gaping bunker left and short of that green. You would think that's to be avoided, but no. That's actually where you want to finish up because it's such a hard pitch shot. There's no point laying up. If you can get it into that front bunker, it's a relatively simple splash out shot. One of the few times you want to hit your second shot into a greenside bunker. Look, I know par fives are long holes and most people struggle to reach, but that 3-wood did not even touch the putting surface. Had to be the wrong club. I know it's ambitious, but look where it is now.
This from about 10 feet. That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. And that is going to push him into the lead here on this Friday. Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right, and you can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of four bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. And that'll do just fine. Now this for another birdie. Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And he's opened up a 2-shot lead here in round 2. We now begin one of the most beautiful stretches of finishing holes in all of golf. The march to the sea at Pebble Beach, starting with a 400-yard par 4 16th. Key here, carry the island bunker. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Pretty shaggy lie here as he'll try to muster up something for his second. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And this will remain a 1-shot advantage. Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on the sport. Frank, so much history at this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a 1-iron for Jack Nicklaus. Said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy. And they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the US Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland, he had to chip it on this green and made 3.
Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Yeah, that's good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And this will stay a 1-shot lead. Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here. And then you let it rip. today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. Now from 200 yards on the dot, this a second to the par 5. Wow, what a second shot. And Frank, he has a chance for yet, can you believe this, another eagle?
Yeah, I thought one was enough, Rich. 2, wow, that's a little greedy, right? A chance for 3 eagles?
Boy, you don't get eagle putts from that distance every day, but that one never got online. Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. And this will be even better than yesterday's total. It is a second round 65. A last look at the leaderboard here on this Friday. Our featured golfer on top by 2 and in great shape with moving day coming tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. You know, 2-shot lead, that's not that much, but you take 2 on Sunday.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.